Hey everyone, welcome to This Week in PlayStation Trophies Week 2, Episode 2. This is going to be the new home for it here on Fridays. I know it hasn't been quite a week since the last one, but I think Friday's is a good day for it. You can kind of get home from work, unwind, look at this video, look at the PlayStation Network, and figure out what you want to get into over the weekend gaming-wise. How we're going to do this is we're going to look at everything that's out on the PlayStation Network this week, and then look at all the new trophy list over on PSN profiles. And you can kind of figure out what you want to get into and what ones look interesting. Before we get to that, though, I do have to address something. I had it in the description of last week's video, but I didn't mention it during the video, which was bad of me, and I apologize. The idea for this video came from another YouTuber named Stay Patient. I have a link to his channel right down below. If you want another take, another similar take to like PlayStation trophies and all that kind of good stuff, check out his channel. He has a bunch of other trophy videos as well for all you trophy hunters out there. There's also going to be a subscription button to him at the end of this video in the end card if you're interested as well. Okay, with that taken care of, let's get in to everything that's going on with the PlayStation Network and PlayStation trophies. We're going to start off, like I said, on the PSN. Ooh, that was a voice crack. And look at what's been put up this week. This is everything that's been put up in the last 7 days. That's how I'm going to do this each week. That way we kind of know, like, you know, it's only been released since the last time we did this video. So we had a bundle put together for Flustercluck and Whispering Willows. I know for a fact Whispering Willows does not have a platinum, but it's a pretty cool little game nonetheless. It came out both of these games came a while back. It's always interesting. We have a couple of these packs though, because we have that with Flustercluck. We have Last Tinker with Flustercluck, another non-platinum game. Bundle there, and we also have Cubert Reloaded with Flustercluck. They are really trying to bundle Flustercluck. Just keep saying that over and over. Flustercluck. They're really trying to bundle that with everything, but either way, like, Trove came out this week. This is a free-to-play game, has tons of microtransactions, and doesn't bombard you as bad as some free-to-play games. I messed with it for about 2 hours. It does have a platinum, which is what surprised me about it. A lot of the free-to-play, free-download type games that have been on PSN did not have platinums, and Trove actually does have a platinum, so that's kind of cool. Rainbow Six Complete Edition, I guess that's with all the DLC. I'm pretty sure that game didn't do all that well from what I've read about and heard about. Okay, so first up, as far as like interesting for trophy hunters, the Little Acre game I reviewed this week. Check out the review if you haven't yet. Is out. It's right now it's 11:04 because it's the first couple weeks the first week it's been out or whatever. Normally it's going to go for $12.99. It's a small little adventure game. Do they have any screenshots? It's beautifully animated. Absolutely gorgeous animation, and it's extremely easy. In fact, it only took me 2.5 hours to get the platinum, and that was without a guide. I did have to look up like two trophies. I had to look up to make sure of how to get them. Like, I had an idea of how to get them, but wasn't positive. Looked it up, easily got them on my second playthrough. You probably will have to play through the game twice because there is a speedrun trophy, but even having to beat the game in under an hour, I beat it in like 45 minutes. I still had like 15 to 20 minutes to spare on my second time through. Very, very easy adventure game to get a platinum in. Also, Stardew Valley is now out on the PlayStation 4. It does have a platinum. I did a mini review for that as well. You can watch that to see if that's the kind of game for you. It's Harvest Moon-esque. Has a ton to do in it. Absolutely ton to do in it. I was actually surprised at just how much there was to do in the time I've spent with it so far. It does have a platinum, though, which is pretty cool. A game that does not have a platinum is a game called Perfect. This is a VR-compatible game. So I did not really mess with it or have much interest myself personally. I'm not getting into the VR until I can afford to buy a VR. I Expect You to Die is also out. Is this another place? Yep, this is another PlayStation VR game. Obviously, we're seeing a crap ton of VR games. I am not positive. Let's look real quick. What was that? I Expect You to Die. There we go. It does not have a platinum, so there we go. I talked about Her Majesty's Spiffing last week on this list. It is now actually out. I haven't had a chance to buy it or play it myself, but we'll look a little bit into that when we get to the actual trophies to see how easy, if everyone's having an easy time with it or not. There's a new Goat Simulator bundle that comes with, I guess, more DLC or something. Goat Sim is on sale for the weekly sale as well. It has a pretty easy plat. It just made my extremely easy plats volume 4 list I just did. And the only trophy that really sucks in Goat Sim, though, is Flappy Goat. That trophy is a pain, but if you can get that, you'll be able to easily get the platinum in that game. Feast came out this week, another game I did a review for. It's $9.99, it has a platinum, but the platinum involves beating every single one of the levels without dying and beating them under a certain time. So you have a double whammy of tough trophies with no deathing and speedrunning. Now, you don't have to do them both at the same time, you just have to have no death every level and to have speedrun every level, but still a very challenging trophy list, I'm sure, for a lot of people out there. Drive is out as well. This looks like a very interesting racing game. You can just kind of tell from the kind of like that 80s feel with the neon and stuff. I'm very much into that kind of stuff. I did not pick up this game, though. Let's look. There it is. Drive. It does not have a platinum. How much is it going for? So right there, this is when I have issues with some games. $20, 20 bucks. And does not have a platinum. It's like, come on, man. If My Name is Mayo, a $1 game, $1 My Name is Mayo cost, has a platinum, developers can go ahead and put that in there. In fact, I've heard there's really nothing barring developers other than their time to do that. Bridge Constructor's out as well, another easy platinum. I did a review for it this week. $9.99. It's an interesting game. Like, I liked it. Like, you can build some crazy bridges and crazy contraptions and all this stuff, and there's a lot of strategic stuff into it. But if you want an easy platinum, there's tons of videos online, and even sites with just like pictures. As long as you have like a picture of how the bridge is made, you can pretty much just follow that picture and make the perfect bridge spot on right away, and easily net yourself a platinum in that one. So, Magnet Knights is out. This is a retro game we're going to talk about more in just a bit and look at the trailer for it. It's a party multiplayer type game. It's no online. It's just same system, but no platinum. Very disappointing in that. Fat City, another game I'll get to in a bit. I'll just talk about that. And same with Don Bradman Cricket. We're gonna watch a trailer for Cricket later, so be prepared for that one, guys. Motor Strike Immortal Legends is out. These two came out today. Actually, these three came out today. Fat City came out yesterday, I think. But these three right here, we'll talk about them. But the only one that I talked about last week was Motor Strike Immortal Legends. This is a racing combat type game that has a cool trophy list in that it has a lot of online trophies, but it allows you to do an alternate offline. So, like, if you have to win 100 online races, you can win 200 offline, and you still get the trophy. Now, that's like double the work effort, of course, but it's cool that a game that features a lot of online even is offering that. Whether or not the game is any good, unfortunately, I don't know. I haven't tried it out yet. And then, like I said, the other one we're going to get into. Now, Starship Disco, the only last game I didn't look at, is another VR game. Where you're playing as a ship that blasts things that come its way. I do not know if it has a platinum. I will look that up, though, for you guys real quick. And then we'll get into the actual Starship Disco. Is that what it is? Yeah, that's it. And no platinum. $10 VR game, though, so more VR. If you're into the VR, you have the VR, all that stuff, at least you have some stuff. So, like I said, some of the other stuff we're going to cover as we make it into PSN profiles. And we're going to be looking at the games list. Let's do this. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes. This is everything that was released on PlayStation as a whole, not just the PS4, for this week. We last left off at Chronicles of Teddy Harmony of Exodus. Let's get into, okay, so first up is Akiba's Beat. This is the Japanese trophy list for the game. It's coming out here in, it's interesting it came out already in Japan, but so this must not be... That's weird that it's like the Japanese trophy list, Vita, and Japan. I don't know. Maybe this is another foreign list that we just hasn't been updated as far as the trophies are concerned. It's coming to North America, I think, in April. It's coming here. I'll look at the trailer real quick for it. Have it pulled up. This is the sequel to Akiba's Strip, or Akiba's Trip, where you, or Akiba. I'm saying Akiba, it's Akiba, or what, look, I say Japanese things, potato patata at this point, you know what I'm talking about, you can read it on the screen, but this is a, like, hack and slash beat 'em up style game. The first one was more relegated to, like, real world, whereas this one seems like it's a crazy dancing type thing, of course, with beat in the title. What all is going to go on? You were able to strip all your opponents, basically, in the first one. That seems to be completely removed mechanic-wise from this game. It seems like more of just a traditional hack and slash, fighting like monsters and the like. So it's a completely different kind of setup, but it is the, I guess, sequel, or at least spin-off of that title. So if you played that one and liked some of its core gameplay, I guess, this one's going to be out for you. Of course, everyone who's into the Japanese, the anime characters, and all that kind of stuff, I'm going to be picking it up probably anyway, for sure, but I just want to kind of look at that briefly. That's coming out here in, like I said, I think it's April. It's coming here. Where was I? Problem is I lose my place. There we go. Magnet Knights, I was just talking about before. Let's pull up this Magnet Knights trailer real fast. This way you guys can see a little bit of what Magnet Knights is about. It, like I said, it does not have a platinum, unfortunately, but you can play with up to 4 players, so it's another one of those multiplayer games on PS4. There's not a whole lot of like, you would think, like, I talk about them a lot because I do a lot of reviews for these indie titles, but there's not a whole lot of PS4 titles that have same system co-op, so it's always cool to see some more of those. I always feel like in this day and age you should always offer both. You should always offer online play, and you should always offer same system, like on just that way everybody's happy. You're not alienating one side or the other. I know obviously that takes a lot of effort, especially for indie people to do online play. That's a whole nother ball game, but still. Anyway, so there you go. That is Magnet Knights. Let's go ahead and pull back up to this. We'll look at the trophy list though briefly for Magnet Knights here. Win every round of a tournament. Win a tournament without taking damage. Be warped out of the game. Collect 50 power-ups. So it doesn't look like it's all that difficult of a list as far as if you're interested in 100%. So that's cool. Interesting that Adventure Time Secret of Nameless Kingdom is being released in Japan. Or at least that's what it looks like, because it is a Japanese trophy list for this game. This is a platinum I got on a PS3 when it came out. It's a cool game. It's basically, it was the last one by Way Forward for the Adventure Time series. The follow-up was Adventure Time Finn and Jake's Investigations. But Secret of Nameless Kingdom is a Legend of Zelda Link to the Past throwback type game, which was actually better than I was expecting it to be. If for some reason you haven't checked it out way back, it's a pretty easy plat. I mean, I'd say between like a 3 and a 4. I don't know, like, what they actually rated, because I don't really go by the ratings on the PSN sites, because a lot of them were like, to me, a game to be like a 1 has to be really short and really easy. I know a lot, they just factor in how easy is it, because it's like, oh, the game takes 120 hours of your time, but it's a 1 because you just stand there or something. Like, it's like, that's a lot of effort. That's a lot of time. Time is difficulty because you only have so much time. So, anyway, I don't know what they actually rate it. But it's a relatively short game, not, like, extremely short. It took me a couple of settings to actually get through it. But a cool game if you've never checked it out. There's Mortal Strike and Mortal Legends. This is a different trophy list than the one we kind of looked at last week. But we're going to look at Bard's Gold, which is out on PS4. It does not have a platinum, though, but it kind of looks cool. I like pixel stuff.
Bard and his family's treasure, the Bard's Gold.
A lot of people are kind of getting sick of the whole retro sprite-based look. It doesn't grow old to me. I like both. I love modern 3D epic games. I love old-school retro-looking, you know, even games with, like, squares, like old Atari games, like just a square pixel. Like, it still can be enjoyable to me.
He must recover the Bard's Gold before it is too late.
I mean, it looks like an okay retro game for this fact. It's not extremely expensive by any means. If it had a platinum, I probably would have gone ahead and checked it out and potentially even reviewed it, but just not having that plat is a deterrent, especially when there's other games coming out in the same week that do have plats. You know, so anyway, there you go. There is Bard's Gold out now. Battle Gariga Rev 2016. I have no idea what this is. This is another Japanese game. Let me translate these. Maybe I can get an idea. It looks like a shooter. Definitely looks like a shooter. Is it a classic shmup? Is it a classic? Shmoop. We're gonna find out, aren't we? You guys are gonna see everything that's recommended to me, aka stuff I don't really want to watch. Usually. There we go. This is a trailer for it. Oh, of course I get an ad. Not gonna give them double ad time here. Okay, so yes, it is a shmup. It is a shmup, which I enjoy. I'm not these dedicated diehard fans to shoot 'em ups that to me, like, I like playing it. I play through the game maybe once or twice, and then I need to like kind of go on to other stuff. A lot of shoot 'em ups have really difficult trophy lists that involve you having to like beat the game, no deathing it, and all this stuff, which can be a fun challenge. But a lot of them also require a ton of playthroughs to get through, which usually, like, I did, there was one that came out earlier this year I did a review for that was kind of like that, where you had to replay it a lot of times. That's cool, though, that it looks like that's getting a physical release. So very cool for that, for collectors out there that may be wanting to look at something. That's getting a physical release in Japan, at least. Next up, we have the adventure story of the good old days. This is another Japanese game. It's out on PSN in Japan this week, and I only know that because I was checking out the PlayStation Network in Japan, because I was trying to find Icy, which I then found out was a Hong Kong only game, which I platinumed this week. I like the art style, though. That's kind of cute. Kind of cute art style here. 21 stages. Does have a platinum. If this comes over the US, I will be interested. Okay, here we go. Don Bradman. Good old Don Bradman. I'm sure he's a very famous cricket player. I apologize to the cricket fans out there. It's the only sport that I have a hard time understanding still. Like, I'm into pretty much every other sport out there, but cricket is one that I've tried a few times, just haven't quite been able to figure it all out. I get 10 wickets in a match with a single bowler. I have no idea how difficult a lot of these are. Win 50 Overworld Championships as captain in rookie career mode. I have no idea how difficult that is, but there is a career mode. That kind of intrigues me. If this game wasn't a $60 price tag game, I'm curious enough of a gamer to go out and try to get something like this. So here you go. Here is the trailer for Don Bradman Cricket 2017. For those out there that I'm sure would want to get into the whole cricket scene, it's nothing against the sport either. Like, it's kind of crazy how everything involved in it, but it's just something that I've never been able to fully understand or get into. But I'm sure the same can be said for people said to me about those who don't understand baseball out there, because baseball is my personal favorite sport. So, like I said, I would check this game out if it wasn't $60 price tag, and it's digital only in the U.S. That's a big deterrent right there for me. U.S. only is digital. U.S. is digital only. Though last year's version got released physically in Europe, so I'm not sure if this one did. If I can ever get it cheaper, I may have to do myself a favor and get me some Don Bradman Cricket somewhere down the line. Okay, Fat City, hold on, where am I? There we go. Okay, before I get to Fat City, Saga Scarlet Grace is part of the Saga series. That's the Romancing Saga Frontier series. This is Japanese trophy list for the new upcoming Vita game. No word, I don't think, yet if this is coming to North America. I like the Romancing Saga series from back in the day. I don't know if this is one of the many remakes of an older Romancing Saga game, its own standalone. Those who know in the know, let me know down below. Dex is now coming to Vita. This was on PS4 only at one point. Has a pretty decent percentage. It's like 19.96% platinum rate. So it's pretty easy overall. It's an RPG, like elemental, like adventure, role-playing and adventure game. Runner 2. This is Bit Runner. This is Bit Trip Runner 2 is now coming out to Japan, I guess? Or I don't know what, no, not Japan. I don't know what region this one is. No platinum, though. But it's apparently a new trophy list. There's Adventure Time, Secret Miss Kingdom, the Vita version for Japan. Okay, Fat City. This is a strategy game. This is a, where you... It's an iOS game. It's another mobile game ported over. But basically, you're trying to do heist and stuff like that. And you have to, like, kind of... what it looks like... because I can only watch the trailer earlier. You kind of set your track of where you want your car to go, and it goes on that set path. And you want to make sure that when you're doing it, that you're missing like patrol cars going back and forth. And if you run into the patrol car, they see you, you're busted, I guess, and then you have to redo the level. So it's a strategy game that involves like it's all like dots though, like on the map, and then it's just your little car, like a little tiny car on the map itself. I was thinking about looking at it on the PS4, and then I checked out that it didn't have a platinum, and it's $14.99 on PS4. So that was a turret. We talked about Starship Disco. There's the Vita list for Bard's Gold. Gem Smashers is another game I did want to look at. There we go. This is the Gem Smashers. This is a game I have heard of before. I don't know what system it was on. I don't know if it was PC or 3DS or something. Wii, maybe? Heck, probably Wii. I have a feeling this was Nintendo Wii. I probably even have a copy of it behind me on my Wii pile. It sounds a Wii pile. But it's a puzzle game that has some like breakout elements to it, it looks like. But what's cool about it is there's rumor that it could be a free-to-play. I don't think it will be, though. I think because if it's like the Wii game, if it is a Wii game, like I'm thinking it is, probably going to cost money. But it has a platinum, so I figured I'd go ahead and showcase you guys a little bit. It has a world, as you can see, it has like a story mode. You actually go through the story mode, and a lot of the trophies for the game are going to be for that. I love this though, like the trailer has, the company that put this out has 11 subscribers, but this video in particular has 15,000 views. Quite nice. Anyway, so there you go, there's Gem Smashers. We'll look briefly. I had the Saga Scarlet Grace trailer up, but it's not really anything that shows you as far as the gameplay is concerned, so I didn't want to really watch. Like, you're not going to get much information out of it unless you're already a Saga fan, I guess. But yeah, here we go. Clear a level in 20 seconds or less. Smash 5 gems in a row. 10 gems or more in a row. Don't lose a life for 3 levels. That sounds like it could potentially be difficult, but maybe not. Maybe the game has some really easy levels in a row. Destroy 100 rocks. Smash your first gem. Smash 200 gems. I'm sure that goes as you beat the game. It's called Gem Smasher, so I'm sure you smash quite a lot of gems. Change color 200 times. I'm sure that happens all the time as well. So it looks like it could potentially be an easy platinum list. So this is one to kind of keep our eyes on, is Gem Smashers coming to PS4. And I'm sure when it does come to PS4, as long as it's not super expensive, I will probably be getting it and reviewing it. There's a game called Momonga Pinball Adventures, which looks cute, but no platinum. It has a story mode as well. Play 100 levels, hit 100 practice targets. So it looks like a pretty easy like trophy list overall, and it has, you know, it's a Momonga. Like, that thing looks cute. That gets adorable, but okay, so next up is the Maldilta Castilla EX, which Cursed Castilla. So basically, it's called on the store Cursed Castilla, or Castilla. Like I said, I'm bad with pronunciations. But it's actually like a redone version or a re-released version, just re-released version of Maldilta Castilla EX, which is a Ghosts and Goblins game. A very popular Ghosts and Goblins game, indie release on Steam. So if you're into the old, like, I did a game earlier this year, called like Curse of the Seven God Hands or something like that. That was very Ghosts and Goblins-esque. And this game is like really, really Ghosts and Goblins. Like totally is Ghosts and Goblins. But what's cool is it's not only on now the PS4, it came out today. Today of this video, it came out. Which I'm probably going to be buying. But it has a platinum. So let's go ahead and look at this. This is it's going to be a difficult game. That is for sure. Ghosts and Goblins is a difficult game. Like, the hardest ones in here, there's one in particular. Beat the game in less than 50 minutes, so there's your speed run trophy that's going to deter some people. And I know there was another one. Finish the game with no continues. Purist. That's the one that I feel like is going to get most people in the long run. But if you're looking for a challenge, looking for a throwback, you haven't played Maldilta Castilla yet, now is your chance to get it, and you have the potential to get a platinum. So I did really want to kind of showcase that one this week. Next up is The Walking Dead New Frontier. This is Season 3 of Walking Dead. Another Telltale game. I'm looking forward to playing it. It's coming out this week. The first episode comes out this week. Usually I try to wait until all the episodes are out, and then I play them. Like right now, I'm waiting to try to get a copy of Batman, so I can finally go ahead through the Telltale Batman game, which I've heard some good things about, but I wanted it all to come out. Same with Walking Dead. Now that first episode is going to be coming out, I'll wait till it's all out and then play it. I love Season 1 and 2 as adventure games, and the trophy list is as easy as ever. Look, beat each episode. There's no way to die in the game, like completely flat out fail, at least not in any Telltale game prior. So it's just complete each chapter, each episode, boom, and you will have yourself a platinum. So another gift from Telltale for trophy hunters out there. Just play the game and you get that. Black Rose Valkyrie has its trophy list now. This is a Japanese game from Compile Heart and Idea Factory, which they've done a lot of games. This looks like it could really be cool. There's no... Here we go. Let me do this. Let me pull it up. Maybe there's a better video. Here we go. Let's look at the second trailer. Of course, I get another ad. We'll wait for that to play out for 5 seconds. Can you handle? There we go. Bioheart. Okay, let's get to the goodies. What gameplay? Because, of course, like, the Japanese trailer is not going to give it... There we go. Here's gameplay. So, obviously, RPG. Looks potentially... turn-based. So, there you go. A turn-based JRPG. It's called Black Rose Valkyrie. Is it a spin-off of Valkyria? And it looked like it could be, like, same universe as Valkyria Chronicles. That's why I was even more intrigued by the look of it all. So I thought it was another Valkyria Chronicles-esque game. At least that's what it looks like. Which is an awesome game. I've only played the first one because that's the only one that came out to a console. The other Valkyria Chronicles games were Vita and PSP releases, so I never really got a chance to mess with them. But anyway, there you go. There's Black Rose Valkyrie. I don't know word yet on a US release. I hope there is one, though. Unearthing Mars. This game looks like it has a very easy 100%, but no platinum. It's just beat... Look at this, though. I love trophies like this, where it's beat every chapter as a trophy, and then beating all the chapters, which, of course, by the time you get to that, you're going to have to also get this. So you get every chapter has a bronze, and then beating all of them has a gold. Complete forced landing without any misoperation in Chapter 3. And Catherine has survived. I hope she survives. I mean, like, go for Catherine. Yeah, so she has her own trophy. I don't know who the heck Catherine is, but she has a trophy. So there you guys go. That is everything in PlayStation trophies for this week that's out now. I did want to also briefly mention that for the PS Plus games. Let me go to the PlayStation Store real quick. Boot up the PlayStation Store. I want to look at the where is PlayStation Plus? There we go. Because Invisible Ink and Stories Path to Destinies are out. Free games. Just give me to the free games. There we go. Okay, so the reason why I wanted to look at this briefly is that these are all the free games for this month. You have Tiny Troopers Joint Ops. Color Guardians, VVVVV on the Vita, and Hyper Void on the PS3. But the ones of note for me are Stories Path of Destinies. I've done a review for it. It's a top-down perspective action game, like isometric view. It has every chapter you select what level you want to go to, and it advances the story. And thus, each path you take and you choose your adventure leads you to a different ending. There's like one conclusive ultimate great ending that you're eventually trying to work towards, but the game has so many endings. That's like the draw of the game, and you get it's a pretty short game because of that, and it's all about replayability. It's grindy. It's very, very grindy, but it has a pretty easy plat. And then the same goes for Color Guardians, which is a runner type game. where it's a runner platformer type game. It's $14.99 normally, but being free on Plus this month is a cool deal. I will pull up really quick Stories, Path of Destinies. I still haven't gone back and finished the platinum in it but you can see 11.76%, and that's really because of a couple of trophies in particular. These ones right here, Sword Fruit Map. Once you know all, you have to get everything in the sword skills. Discover all the intel in the books and get every ending. Which, let's see what. I don't know where the one is for all the endings. But anyway, so there you go. Like, it's a pretty. I guess that's this. That's this one. You have discovered all intel the book can show you. That has to be the one for getting all endings. Because I want to say, because it's a book that you're using, it's been a little bit since I played the game. So those two trophies are your really grindy long ones that are going to take forever to actually get. But overall, everything else in the game is a pretty easy platinum. And for free right now, it's worth checking out. And then Color Guardians, there we go, is, like I said, it's had a high percentage for a while. It's not as high right now. I think it was actually higher at one point. This is like early days of PlayStation 4 when I was trying to find some easier platinums. This one would come up. Some would say it was difficult than others, but it's worth checking out that some people are having, saying it's pretty easy and fun. So there you go. And being free, that's worth checking out. So there you guys go. There is everything for PlayStation trophies for this week, which is December the 16th week. I'll be back next Friday for another, so it'll be 7 days, so we'll probably have much more to talk about as we get near Christmas, because that'll be the day before Christmas. Christmas Eve will be the next episode of the show. Thank you all for checking it out, and all the comments and all that enjoyed it for last week. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, this whole thing came of an idea from myself coming up with I wanted to do a trophy thing, and then I saw Stay Patient's the way he did things, and it was a cool idea, but I just wanted to do it my own way. And that's why I'm doing it now. So be sure to check out his videos. Like I said, at the top of the description is a link to his channel for all that good stuff. I will be back next week, like I said already, multiple times probably at this point, and all that good stuff. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and of course, I hope you enjoy.